because you're going to need it and we're going to work on it over summer. So here we go. You have a variable.
Do I need to write this down?
Yeah. A variable, all that means is a letter that stands for an unknown number. We don't know what that number is yet, so instead of putting a question mark, like question mark plus 50 equals 180, we don't write a question mark. We use a letter, and it could be any letter of the alphabet. So X is usually what we use, but it could be any letter. So we don't know what the value of X is until we solve it. And you might be able to see the answer is 130 here, and it doesn't matter if you can't. We actually have to show our teacher how we found the answer. We can't just write 130 because we know 130 plus 50 equals 180. So
my mom wanted me to show you like somewhere from my book or something like that.
Yeah, I ordered it already, so I'm going to get it in a few days and then I will know what you're doing. But this is definitely...
Wait, which one did you order?
She sent it to me. She showed me the one to get. So in algebra, we have to show how we get our 130. So there are two sides to the equation. There's the left side, then we have our equal, and then we have our right side. So write that down. X plus 50 equals 180. And then step 1 is move all letters to one side and all numbers to the other side. So we already have an X on this side, so I'm going to keep my X here, and I'm going to move this 50 over here. But in math, we can't just move a 50. There is a way to do it though, and it is ask, what are they doing to that 50? They're adding 50, right? So we do the opposite to get it over to the other side. So if they're adding 50, we're going to subtract 50. And then our third rule is whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. So if I subtract 50 on this side, then I have to subtract 50 on this side. Nothing is left on this side for numbers. We just have the X, because if you have 50 cookies and you give 50 away, there's nothing left, right? So the only thing we have left on this side is the letter, which is our goal, right? Letters on one side and numbers on the other. And then we solve 180 minus 50 equals 130.
I'm still writing the rules down.
Yeah, that's okay. As you're writing them, I'm going to go on to the next one because I'm recording this, so it's going to be a video. X minus 50 equals 120. Two sides of the equation. Here's my letter, so I'm going to move this negative or minus 50 over to this side. So I'm going to do number 2. What are they doing? They're subtracting 50. So we do the opposite. If they're subtracting 50, I'm going to add 50. And then I'm going to go to number 3. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So if I add 50 on this side, I add 50 on this side. This cancels each other out. What's left on this side is X. And then 120 plus 50 is 170. All right, I'm going to give you one to try, Jalen. So X minus 35 equals 50. We have to take this minus 35 and move it over here.
The answer is 15.
The answer is not 15. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it the way, it doesn't matter even if you could see what the answer was. We don't care that you could see it. We care that you can do exactly this.
Oh no, the answer is 25.
So there's only one way to solve this, honey. It's not by taking a guess. It's by doing exactly what I showed you to do. You have to do step 1, 2, and 3. There's no giving the answer and having it be okay or right. Even if you have the right answer, you have to do it this other way. So they're subtracting 35. What do we have to do? We have to do the opposite, right? So what would I do if they're subtracting 35? I would what?
Add.
Yep. So I add 35, and then I follow rule 3. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So I add 35 here. I have to add 35 on this side. This cancels each other out. The only thing I have on this side is x. And then 50 plus 35 is 85.
So the answer is 85?
Yep. And if we plug that in to where the x is, if we put 85 here, 85 minus 35, that equals 50.